He who loves others is constantly loved by them. He who respects others is constantly respected by them. The best things in life come in threes, like friends, dreams, and memories. Sincerity is the way to heaven. To think how to be sincere is the way of man. The way of truth is like a great road. It is not difficult to know it. The evil is only that men will not seek it. Try your best to treat others as you would wish to be treated yourself, and you will find that this is the shortest way to benevolence. The great man does not think beforehand of his words that they may be sincere, nor of his actions that they may be resolute. He simply speaks and does what is right. The way is near, but men seek it afar. It is in easy things, but men seek for it in difficult things. He who wishes to be benevolent will not be rich. There is no greater delight than to be conscious of sincerity on self-examination. Secure property in hand leads to peace in mind. Kindly words do not enter so deeply into men as a reputation for kindness. In abundance, prepare for scarcity. Never has a man who has bent himself been able to make others straight. If the king loves music, it is well with the land. Heaven sees as the people see. Heaven hears as the people hear. Men must be decided on what they will not do, and then they are able to act with vigor in what they ought to do. I dislike death. However, there are some things I dislike more than death. Therefore, there are times when I will not avoid danger. A man must not be without shame, for the shame of being without shame is shamelessness indeed. The feeling of compassion is the beginning of humanity. To act without clear understanding, to form habits without investigation, to follow a path all one's life without knowing where it really leads, such is the behavior of the multitude. Human nature is good, just as water seeks low ground. There is no man who is not good, just as there is no water that does not flow downward. Friends are the siblings God never gave us. When heaven is about to confer a great office upon you, it first exercises your mind with suffering and your sinews and bones with toil. The great person never loses a childlike spirit. People are eager to comment on something when they themselves are not in the situation of doing it. A real man is he whose goodness is a part of himself. It is not difficult to govern. All one has to do is not to offend the noble families. A man must first despise himself, and then others will despise him. So I like life and I like righteousness. If I cannot keep the two together, I will let life go and choose righteousness. He who respects others is respected by them. Those who follow the part of themselves which is great are great men. Those who follow the part which is little are little men. The root of the kingdom is in the state. The root of the state is in the family. The root of the family is in the person of its head. Virtue alone is not sufficient for the exercise of government. Laws alone cannot carry themselves into practice. The path of duty lies in what is near, and men seek for it in what is remote. The work of duty lies in what is easy, and men seek for it in what is difficult. The disease of men is that they neglect their own fields and go to weed the fields of others. The sole concern of learning is to seek one's original heart. If you love men and they are unfriendly, look into your love. If you rule men and they are unruly, look into your wisdom. If you are courteous to them and they do not respond, look into your courtesy. If what you do is vain, always seek within. Friendship is one mind in two bodies. Only when someone refuses to do certain things will he be capable of doing great things. If you know that a thing is unrighteous, then use all dispatch in putting an end to it. Why wait till next year? When one by force subdues men, they do not submit to him in heart. They submit because their strength is not adequate to resist. The way of learning is none other than finding the lost mind. He who attends to his greater self becomes a great man, and he who attends to his smaller self becomes a small man. Never lose your child's heart. Only those who develop their minds and spirits to the utmost can serve heaven and fulfill their own destinies. A small country cannot contend with a great, the few cannot contend with the many, the weak cannot contend with the strong. Is it only the mouth and belly which are injured by hunger and thirst? Men's minds are also injured by them. One who believes all of a book would be better off without books. Every duty is a charge, but the charge of oneself is the root of all others. Integrity, wisdom, skill, intelligence, such things are forged in adversity. Listen to a man's words and look at the pupil of his eye. How can a man conceal his character? The myriad things are complete in us. There is no greater joy than to reflect on ourselves and become sincere. If you let people follow their feelings, they will be able to do good. This is what is meant by saying that human nature is good. Truth uttered before its time is dangerous. Never has there been one possessed of complete sincerity who did not move others. Never has there been one who had not sincerity who was able to move others. Benevolence is one of the distinguishing characters of man. All things are complete within ourselves. The ways are to love and want of love, that is all. Don't do what should not be done, and don't desire what should not be desired. Abide by this one precept, and everything else will follow. The poor attend to their own virtue in solitude. There is a power in everything. It is the job of the artist to determine it and express it. The tendency of man's nature to good is like the tendency of water to flow downward. He who exerts his mind to the utmost knows his nature. Friendship with a man is friendship with his virtue, and does not admit of assumptions of superiority. People are distressed by their inability to do it. The problem, however, is simply that they don't do it. Treat others as you would be treated. Devote yourself to that, for there's no more direct approach to humanity. Make your learning abundant and speak of it with precision. Then you will speak of essentials. The 5 kinds of grains are considered good plants, but if the grains are not ripe, they are worse than cockles. It is the same with regard to kindness, which must grow into maturity. Words that speak of things close at hand and carry far-reaching implications, those are the good words. Let not a man do what his sense of right bids him not to do, nor desire what it forbids him to desire. This is sufficient. A skillful artist will not alter his measures for the sake of a stupid workman. Which of the quotes do you like the most? Please leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.